Hello, everyone, and welcome to Career Day. Career Day is an initiative by Tuto Tusa. We believe that information empowers people. Our professional this week is Manalikah Campbell Ntamane, a young lady who studied in South Africa and is currently living and working in the United Kingdom as a communications officer. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on our amazing series. Remember to share with your friends, as this could be helpful to them as well.
Hi, my name is Manalikah Campbell Ntamane. I grew up in a small township in the east of Johannesburg called Tsakane. I am 31 years old and I am currently a brand and marketing specialist, and I've been doing this for 6 full years. At the moment, I work for myself. I'm currently a freelancer and I consult on branding and marketing strategies, including digital marketing. I consult for small companies and startups, so companies that are not big enough to have a marketing department but need one. I develop brands, brand identity, brand tone, and on top of that, implement them into the marketing space. How I came to hear about this career was actually by mistake. I was fresh out of varsity and I had just did my undergrad in sociology and anthropology when a friend of mine approached me and said there's a creative director who's looking for a PA. So I was like, why not? While I look for a job in my field, in the meantime, I could earn a bit of money. As soon as I got there, as soon as I stepped into this role, I absolutely loved everything about the advertising and marketing industry. Everything about it was light, was fun, it wasn't too serious, and it wasn't very rigid. And more so than anything, being in the creative space and feeling like I belong just felt great. So I thought to myself, this is definitely something I would like to do in the long run. Completely abandoned my undergrad and I went back to school to do a postgrad in marketing and branding. I attended Sasolburg High School, which is a school in the Free State. I was always told that in order to excel and to succeed, I will need to do subjects such as maths and science. So I did, and I hated it, which is not for me. So I dropped those subjects and I did subjects that I felt were beneficial for me in my future. And I happened to excel in those subjects. I did my best in business studies, economics, and home economics, which is also known as hotel keeping. These subjects are still helping me today, especially business studies, seeing that I am currently running my own business. For as long as I could remember, I've always wanted to be a lawyer. That was always the goal, to get into law school. So after high school, my marks were not good enough. So I went to an institution called Star Schools to help me upgrade my marks. Once I upgraded my marks, I applied to Wits University to do a general BA in hopes that that will be a bridgeway to doing my law degree. Once I got into Wits, it was great. I really loved it. It was a 3-year course. I ended up doing 4 years, needing to repeat a subject. And once I was done with that, I went on to work. Once I was done with my degree, I went on to work so that I could earn money in order to take me back to law school. But as I mentioned, that was when I fell in love with this industry that I was in, which was marketing, and decided instead of going back to do law school, I'm going to go back and do my brand management and marketing postgraduate degree. And that's what I did. And that took me a year and a half to complete. I did exceptionally well, having gotten distinction in all my subjects and graduating top of my class. A typical day for me consists of waking up, gymming, showering, brushing my teeth, having my breakfast, and then dedicating the mornings to my client, whether that's discussing what's in the system, what still needs to be done, giving them a progress report, implementing new ideas, rehatching old ideas, and it always also consists of some sort of meeting just to touch base with clients. I'd like to take the afternoons for my business and myself to grow my business in any way possible, whether that's doing some cold calling or reaching out to potential clients who could be interested in my business. I like to take a little bit of the time in the evenings for creative work. I find that I'm more creative at night, and I'm also quite a night owl, so I actually genuinely enjoy working at night, which is one of the great benefits about working for myself. How much is the starting pay? So I would say the starting pay is between 8 and 16,000 Rand, depending on where and who you're working for. So you'll get, if you're working for an agency, you'll get quite a nice salary. But there are some agencies that are bigger than others. So therefore, that's why I say 8 to 16,000 Rand. But 16,000 Rand would be pushing it. But there are people who earn that much. So that's the starting pay. What did you do with your first pay? I actually do not remember what I did with my first pay. I've been trying to think and nothing comes to mind. I just really remember being so excited that I got my first paycheck, that there's money in the bank and it belongs to me to do what I want with it. That is an awesome feeling. Where can this career lead you? So this career can lead me to quite a few places. It can lead me into the branding field. It can lead me into the marketing field. It can lead me into digital marketing field. It can lead me into the strategy field. It can lead me into being in communications. These things are actually different. And sometimes when you're at the beginning of your career, it's considered as one. But as you grow up, as you go more and more into the field, and as you progress your career, you're starting to realize that actually, I don't really want to do digital marketing. I just want to concentrate on communications. And that would be your forte, communications, working for a corporate where you implement any communication strategies that are out there. So I think that's what I like about it. It's very diverse, and it's not one dimensional. So that is the dream, actually, that one day I will be able to work more in communications and the strategy of things rather than what I'm doing now. But I enjoy what I'm doing now. Who knows? I could also do it later. I could start open my own agency. I could work for a big agency. I don't know. I have no idea where this is going to take me. And all I know is my dream is to stay in this field. What do I like about my career? What I like about my career is the creative side of things. I enjoy creating. I consider myself quite a creative person. Therefore, watching something that was in my head come to life is just great. I love that aspect about being in this space. What I don't like about it is that there's also the downfall to the creative thing part of it, where because you always have to create, you find yourself sometimes always hitting a brick wall and not being able to deliver exactly what you want or how you want to deliver it. I also find it quite difficult when clients don't really understand marketing and branding, and they kind of feel like it's this field that doesn't need to be supplemented with so much money. But that's changing right now. A lot of people are really finding value in marketing and branding, especially with the digital aspect of it all. Is your profession everything you thought it would be? It's more. It's more. I really enjoy being in this profession. I really love working with people. I mean, sharing ideas, sharing creativity is one of my favorite things to do. I have a designer that I work with all the time, and every time me and her talk, we literally make fireworks. We create gems when we discuss things together, and I think I wouldn't find that in any other profession. This is the profession I would find it in, and I really, really love that. My words of wisdom would be to do your research. If I had known that, marketing and advertising and branding is something that I could have done fresh out of high school, I would have done that, but I didn't. I thought that, law is something that I needed to do because I needed to establish myself in this profession because it's the only way I could be successful. And it's not. Do your research. What do you like to do? Follow that gut feeling in your heart that tells you what you want to do. Is it music? Is it art? And tap into your creativity. A lot of people don't tap into their creativity because they are very focused in making sure with the numbers, basically making sure that they're good at math and science and biology and that kind of theory. I'm here to encourage you to tap into the other side of you, which is your creative brain. What does your creative brain have to offer? You might be surprised of what you can do. You might be able to play an instrument. You might be a great dancer. You might be great at painting. You might be great at, you might be the next Steve Jobs. You might be the next person who's bringing us the new iPhone. Who knows? And that is the creative aspect. It's not maths and science. It's the creative aspect of your brain. Maths and science is still important. I'm not going to lie. It's still very important. But it's not the be all and end all. And that's what I've figured out. That's what I think. I wish I knew when I was in high school. And that's what I'm basically encouraging you to do. Tap into that side of you that, you is sleeping and is waiting to be woken up.